Disturbing article here from Gizmodo, obviously not the first outlet to report upon this, but another report came out from the IPCC, again, that's the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, and just really shows how fucked things have become and will continue to get, increasingly get, if more action isn't taken to address this existential crisis that is facing us, that is climate change. Definitely seen these type of events here, at least the heat waves. We had several 100+ degree days in a row here earlier, early June, late July here in the Pacific Northwest, something that's never happened before. The fact that the IPCC has agreed with the agreement of all member countries that it's unequivocal that human activity is causing climate change is the strongest statement the IPCC has ever made, Colbert, the vice chair of the IPCC, said on press call. The 234 scientists behind the report also make clear that it's now or never for the world's best chance to avert even more horrifying impacts of climate change, while showing that every ton of carbon pollution and every 1/10 of a degree mattered. Whew, shit, son. Right now, the current batch of commitments would leave the world on track to blow past the government's goal, the agreement's goal of limiting heating to 2 degrees, 3 to 6 degrees Fahrenheit, let alone stretch goal of capping emissions to meet the 1.5 degrees Celsius, 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit target. Big Oil has done everything they can to influence those talks. Of course they will. Capitalism is the virus. Let's see. Sixth report. Burning fossil fuels has boosted the global average temp by 2 degrees, 1.1 degrees Celsius, not distributed evenly. Arctic warming twice as quickly as global average. Let's see. Yeah. Crisis hitting every corner of the earth. No region is safe. Impacts will worsen as society acts. And again, just like all crises that are caused by capitalism, it's always going to be the most vulnerable and marginalized who will see the biggest impacts. And this is, unfortunately, again, the case with climate change. 1.5 degree threshold could be breached sooner than expected, but we can bend the curve. That's good. Obviously, that's what we want, right? Well, the IPCC's estimation from 2018 said we'd likely reach this point in 2040. The new report uses updated modeling that shows we may be on track to breach that threshold by 2030. So, less than 9 fucking years. Well, that's not good. Even in the best case scenario in which the world undertake quick and far-reaching climate action, we may very well still cross 1.5 degrees Celsius, at least for a bit. Radically different climate narratives, which are pretty striking on the more extreme end. The most pessimistic scenario is dubbed SSP5 8.5 and SSP3 7.0 showed greenhouse gas emissions climbing to new heights through much of the 21st century. The world would blow past the Paris Agreement temps goal by mid-century. Global warming would continue to crank up the planet by 7.9 degrees Fahrenheit, 4.4 degrees Celsius by centuries, and that is fucking a lot. Jesus. The biosphere would break down, swaths of the planet would become uninhabitable, and heat waves that happen once every 50 years in today's climate would become the norm. Not only that, those heat waves would be 9.5 degrees hotter. But, for a brief time, those shareholders at ExxonMobil and BP, they were able to make a great amount of money, so wasn't that sacrifice worth it? Jesus. A more middle-of-the-road scenario that aligns be slightly better. Andrew Dessler, climate scientist, Texas A&M. Impacts would be so severe that will refer to Hurricane Harvey, Pacific Northwest heat wave, which I was referring to earlier in the video, and the California fires as the good old days, which is just pretty nuts to think about. More positive. Be hotter and more dangerous. 50-year heat waves, for example, would be roughly 8.5 times more likely, and certainly more manageable alternative, yes. To meet that goal require reshuffling of society on a scale unseen. I mean, definitely not good news not to hear this, but I mean, what is it going to take to shake these power structures like out of their complacency with regards to this hugely important issue? I mean, for fuck's sake, that one study was saying it could be 7.9 fucking degrees warmer. Fuck. Again, capitalism is the virus. We need to get rid of this economic mode of production that seeks at increasing profits no matter the human or environmental costs. We see what happens as a result of that. We need to quickly switch to an economic model that's based on creating the most good for society and getting rid of that profit motive, because we're only looking to increase profit, make more money, then shit like this comes in. Not good, but again, we can get that curve to go back down, but that action needs to be happening very quickly, and it seems like most part governments around the world aren't willing to do that right now, and that's not good. Like the video if you like the damn video, subscribe for more content, all part of the people. Peace, much love.